Well, that was my general response when I saw Nick Chubb die last night. And that was the other half of my running back tandem in fantasy. Hi, everybody. I have little patience for nonsense today. We're going to see if we can do a decent show. So here's how we're going to lay this out. We'll get to the Lions at 3. Why? I want to see if I can make it through the 2 o'clock hour. I want to see if I can meander my way through before we talk about the Lions, because I quickly feel the season slipping away. The C.J. Gardner-Johnson news has hit me very hard. I happen to like him quite a bit. I think he's a hell of a good player. I thought he was going to be a real leader in this locker room. And, he's dead. So we have a major problem. We're going to get to that at 3. But just because sports provides no joy, and I don't know why any of us like this stuff, Rico decided, hey, we're sitting there in pre-show, and here's Rico. Oh, wow. Ooh, wow. Oh, my. I go, what are you, reading a new comic book? He goes, oh, no. I've got Mel Tucker's statement. So I said, all right, let's lead the show with this scumbag and see if I make it to 3. So here's Rico Beard, looking like he's coaching the Niners defensive line today. Rico, how are you? You look wonderful. I know the shoes were provided by David from your Steelers-Niners bet. Mm-hmm. You look fantastic.
Thank you.
What time does the team plane leave?
We're taking off. Well, no, you guys got to come to us. So, 10.5 point underdog.
So you can read the statement, share with the people, because then I'm going to offer Spartan Nation where I'm at with all of it. And there's no yelling or anything. I just want to know if I'm a bad person, a bad fan. But here's Rico.
No, Mike, it's a very long statement, so I'm not going to bore people with everything. I'm going to try and get you some of the highlights, but it starts off by saying this is Mel Tucker's response to MSU's intent to terminate him. I am disappointed but not surprised to learn that MSU intends to terminate my contract over Ms. Tracy's improper public disclosure of our entire 1,200-page investigation file regarding her baseless complaint against me. He then goes on to say, MSU knew about the information on which it supposedly relied to end my contract since at least March of 2023. The complaint was filed in December of 2022, yet only after Ms. Tracy and potentially other leaked confidential investigation reported to the press did MSU suddenly decide this information warranted termination. MSU is punishing me for Ms. Tracy's leak, which violates MSU's rules against confidentiality of the investigation. He then goes on to say he's expressed his concern over the leaks regarding the confidentiality of the investigation weeks before Ms. Tracy disclosed the investigation details to the national media. He wanted to go after Michigan State. Michigan State received FOIA, Freedom of Information Act requests for the investigation related to me, but denied them, citing privacy on August 25th, well before Ms. Tracy went public with the full file. I demanded an investigation into the leaks. MSU never acknowledged my request, let alone responded. Yet, after Ms. Tracy's attorney recently complained about the alleged leaks of her client's name, MSU hired an outside law firm to investigate, stating confidentiality in these matters is paramount, in quotes. So, when I complain, nothing happens. When she complains, MSU acts, ? The double standard reflects the bias against me throughout the entire process. And then finally, MSU was sent an notice of intent to terminate just days after I emailed Alan Haller requesting a medical leave under the Family and Medical Leave Act for serious health conditions. So I can only conclude that MSU does not care about my rights, the truth, or future liability for policing its own employees' private lives.
Translation. Pay me money. So here's the deal. This guy's a bumbling idiot. Okay, lawyers are going to lawyer. He's got a lawyer. This is what they're doing. Rico has a take. He's going to offer it to you. I have to be very, very honest. I don't know another way to do it. I'm so done with the entire program and school at large.
Yep.
I kind of just want to see it all burn to the ground, and I watch from a good, safe distance. I said to you on yesterday's show, if you're a big donor, I think it's imperative you talk to the school and you say, here's how this is going to work. Show me a functioning president. Show me a board of trustees that can behave themselves. And show me an exit from this buffoon into a football coach I care about, or else my money's gone. That's really just where it's at. I mean, Mel Tucker is arguably the biggest con artist in the history of the sport. It's such an embarrassment. I cannot even believe this guy is this bad. And everything you're going to hear forward from Mel Tucker, it's all lawyering. It's posture. Yes, thank you, Rico. Ring the bell. So I just, to me, there's nothing to talk about with it because this guy is doing whatever he can because he decided to lose $80 million for being a complete moron. I mean, that's really what he is. And again, if more stuff comes out, which I think you and I both believe it will, right, because he was a very badly behaved man. He was very busy. I'm fine with it because State already released the termination letter. Right. So it's their former head coach. But guys, here's the deal. My point to you is selectively over the next few weeks, you choose what you want to read. You choose what you want to get involved with because all the media is going to try to do is spin a tale here. I'm fine with it. You want to hammer the school and say it's embarrassing. You hired a guy with apparently just this out-of-control libido. You do whatever you like. I'm equally embarrassed that he built nothing in 4 years because that's what was on display Saturday when Washington.
That's the bigger crime, in my opinion, is that you're right. 4 years later, you got nothing.
No. So, but my point is, well, we reached out to Michigan State. Well, what would you like Michigan State to say? Just refer to the termination letter. See, this is where I wish MSU would just flip the bird at the media at large and just go, here's the deal. Termination letter. Termination letter, termination letter, termination letter. Yeah, thank you for your concern. Termination letter.
Yeah.
How about a side of termination letter? See, I don't care anymore. I don't care about the school being viewed one way or the other. I don't care about winning some PR battle they'll never win.
But see, that's the problem,
It just doesn't matter.
They still do. They still hope that someday somebody's going to write a positive article about them that won't include Larry Nassar, and now it won't include Mel Tucker. And I would simply say to MSU, that person hasn't been born yet. So if you're going to sit here and wait for positive press, it's not going to happen. I actually agree with you. Just move on, move forward. Who cares what people say? Spell my name right. We're going to go forward. We're going to try to win names and win games. Plain and simple. That's all you can do. You can't control what people think about you because you will go crazy trying to get people to like you. Now you become like the people who try to get likes on social media. You're trying to get likes in real life. That doesn't happen. If we've all known, man. Unfortunately, everybody's known the couple who gets divorced. There's two types of couples who get divorced. There are adult couples who, you know what? You really don't even know. It's a shock when your wife or your significant other says, hey, do you know that the Smiths split up? No, I didn't know that. They seem so happy. Yeah, they split up. We don't know why. They were adults about it. They kept everything behind closed doors, and they made the settlement. Then you have the other couple. That's the couple who bitch and complain about the other person constantly. And it's the one where you say, please don't invite them to the party. Please don't invite them to the baptism. Don't invite them to anything because all they're going to do is come here and badmouth the other person. They're not adults. They're airing their personal laundry to the public. In the end, we're going to remember both sides. If I'm Michigan State, here as you would say, let me land this plane.
No, you're fine.
If I'm Michigan State, make this go away. Battling it out with Mel Tucker, you may be right for firing him, but here's the problem, Michigan State. You let this information leak out. You were a part of the privileged few who knew about this, and somebody couldn't keep their mouth shut. So mistakes were made. You're going to have to pay for these mistakes. Pick up the phone, call his lawyer, work out a settlement agreement, move on. Do not keep going back and forth every other day like a bad ping pong match. Finish this, be done with it, and move forward. But this is what's embarrassing. This is why people make fun of you, because you can't do simple things like just terminate the coach. We didn't need to know you were going to terminate him. You simply send a letter, hey, coach, we're going to terminate you. How much money are you going to need because we screwed up? Here you go. Here's a check. Goodbye. We're done. Sign this NDA. Next coaching search starts. But they didn't go that route. They're going to go the whole, we're the aggrieved. Look at us. And now you got two aggrieved parties. Well, three if you threw Brenda Tracy in there as well. And it's like the Spider-Man meme, and everybody's just pointing at each other. I'm aggrieved. No, I'm more aggrieved. No, I'm more aggrieved. I'm done.
Okay, good. I guess my question was a little different than that, but that's fine. Is more, I just, if you're a Spartan fan, do you even care anymore? I mean, I don't really care anymore. I find the whole thing to be just a clown show. And for me, until or unless they show me they've got their house in order, why would I care? I feel so bad for you guys if you pay for tickets, or God help you if you donate. It's like, look at these people. This is a top 25 public university, and look at these people.
And yeah, the timing of it, it's homecoming. So this is where all your alums and your boosters and everybody who bought the tickets a year ago is now going to show up to this fiasco and watch it all play out. And it's going to, the next time you sit up and cry, help us, we're poor. Well, it's because of this, because I don't want to support this. People support winning. They support winning programs.
Well, that's my
They don't
point.
support losers.
That's my other point, too, is just I have no faith they'll get a coaching search right. I mean, hell, we could go back to the day they hired Tucker. I didn't sit here, put pom-poms in the air. I go, look, this is what I know about the guy. Allegedly a great recruiter. I guess we'll find out. I'll get on board. I have to. D'Antonio effed us. Now, obviously, it comes out the BOT kind of effed us, but you get my point. I don't have any faith they will get this right. And as it pertains to the season, listen, I mean, watching the games, to me, becomes optional because look at what Saturday was. I mean, Washington's a really good team, but come on. I mean, they're not the 1970 Oklahoma Sooners.
But
give me a break.
It shows you the gap between you and a top 10 team, and you weren't even close. It wasn't competitive.
It could have been 80-0 if Washington tried.
Right. It was 4 years in, and you still would have lost the game if Mel Tucker was on the sideline. You weren't even close.
I can find a way forward, but I just kind of want to watch it all burn. I want a new athletic director. I need a president named. I need top to the bottom to be able to believe in the machine a little more. And this,
I know you feel that way, but I would ask that you kind of step back, because if you burn it all to the ground, you're in danger of becoming SMU.
Right, but I don't care. I think that's what I'm telling you. David, I don't think I care.
No, but
I think this kind of finished me. I don't care.
You care, Mike.
No, I
You're
don't.
Angry.
I don't care.
You're angry and you're frustrated.
Rico, I turned the TV off Saturday.
You should have.
But that's not me. That's not what I do.
Yeah, it was. You can go ahead and tap out on that game, because there was going to be no comeback.
There wasn't
going to be no Disney story. They were going to lose that game. It was just by how much.
No, I also don't think I care about the sport the way I used to. I think this is kind of a multi-platform deal.
Wow.
Sure, I want to see State be good, but they're not serious about being
David,
good.
I feel like I need a notepad and a couch in here right now.
No, it's just I believe the sport is broken. I believe it's distasteful what the sport has turned into. Then you combine it with the fact that MSU's a clown car. I mean, essentially, we have Roberto running our school, right? That's the BOT, Roberto. I could put up the picture of all the board of trustees or Roberto in an ill-fitting T-shirt. It's the same thing. Okay.
As he walks back in with the T-shirt.
Right. Roberto in a Salmon T-shirt. 248-539-9797. I would really love to know, if you're a Spartan fan, what you have left in the gas tank. We'll check in on Rico momentarily. We'll get some ticket text. Get to the Lions at 3 o'clock. But Spartan fans, turn his microphone off. We've lost this, man. If you're a Spartan fan, what do you have left in the gas tank? I'd really love to know. All right, you okay?
I'm good.
Okay.
That was a good one.
97.1.